Hey everybody, welcome back to Bookishdadd. Look, I am super excited about this video. So my birthday is in a couple days, and since it's the weekend, we're going to do like a Bookmas book shopping video. I'm going to go to a couple of my favorite bookstores. I'm going to go get some coffee, my favorite restaurant, desserts, all that good stuff. I'm going to try and do some filming of it and then show you all the books that I got at the end of this video. Dude, I cannot wait. There's so many good books. I have no idea what I'm kind of going for. Part of me wants like romance novels. I want to get some like Christmas books, and then part of me is like obsessed with academia because I'm reading Fourth Wing right now, and it is just out of this world. I'm obsessed with it. That being said, at the end of this video, we'll go over my books. All right, everybody, I am back with my book haul, and we're going to go over them. I got some good ones. It is not quite what I was expecting to get, but I am excited about every single one of these books. I can't wait to go over them. All right, the first book is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. It is book one in an epic military history fantasy. I think it's historic. So this takes place in Eastern Asia. This young girl has all odds put against her. Everything from race, gender, and growing up in the slums in this point in history and in this area in Asia. And I believe she has some sort of magical powers and ends up being super powerful. And this is her rise through the ranks in a military. And I've heard this is extremely dark and graphic, but it is a book that I've heard nothing but good things. A good friend of ours at the bookstore we go to highly recommends this every time we come in, and a bunch of my favorite booktubers have this in their top 5 books of all time. So it is something I've been trying to get a hold of for quite some time, and finally, pulled the trigger and grabbed it. So that's the first book. The next book is Empire of Silence, which is the Sun Eater series, book 1, and it is by Christopher Ruocchio. This is a space opera, and I wasn't quite sure what that meant. So I looked it up. I know it's sci-fi. I know that it is supposed to be an epic sci-fi world builder. And a lot of my favorite booktubers highly recommend this. On the back, it says, "It was not his war. The galaxy remembers him as a hero, the man who burned every last alien from the sky. They remember him as a monster, the devil who destroyed a sun, casually annihilating 4 billion human lives, even the Emperor himself, against orders. But he was not a hero, he was not a monster, not even a soldier. On the wrong planet at the right time for the best reasons." I can't wait to read this. It sounds really good. I'm a huge fan of space travel, and I don't think there's time travel, but anything to do with like sci-fi, time travel, space, planets, I'm all about it. The next book is The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Marin. I knew nothing about this, but I can show you exactly why I picked it up originally. So the sprayed edges on this are beautiful. It even has like the honeycomb edges along it. And then I read the back, and it says, "Exhaling slowly, he stares right back, his black eyes narrowing as if I'm a puzzle he cannot quite solve. 'You're doing it again,' he says at last. I look away quickly. Doing what? Romanticizing nightmares." That made me want to pick it up. And then it has to do with, it is another academia book, which I think the Poppy War, it says on the back of it, she goes through the academy, or a bunch of academies are trying to like get her into their schools. So it may be as well. But this is a Vampire Academia book, which I'm reading Fourth Wing right now. So I'm obsessed with academy books. I kind of knew I would be, just because of how much I enjoyed that part of the Darth Bane trilogy and Harry Potter, and really any books that are well written that take place in a college setting. Uh, Vampires and Academy, I'd say less. It sounds so good. The next book is book 2 in a series that I have book 1 to, and it is To Shatter the Night by Catherine Quinn. And again, I saw the edges and the cover of the first book back when I bought it, and then read the inside, and it sounded phenomenal. And this does as well. I believe this is a YA fantasy, and I don't want to say much about it because this is the second book. I didn't want to read the description. I just know that the first book sounded perfect, and that's why I had bought it. The next book I got is another academia, and it is the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, and that is this book. And it says, "Each decade, only the 6 most uniquely talented magicians are selected to earn a place in the society, foremost secret society in the world. The chosen will secure a life of power and prestige beyond their wildest dreams, but at what cost?" Again, I've always loved the idea of like an academy book that is about wizards, because that's our whole thing, is like knowledge and power and going to school. And again, a lot of our friends and booktubers and people that I watch who have read this highly recommend it, and usually have it in their top 10 books. So that is the next book. Next is another book I knew nothing about until I saw the edges, and this is Immortal Dark by Tijist Gurma. And here's the edges of this one. God, the back of this one, I picked it up after I saw the sprayed edges, and it says, "Am I scaring you?" His voice rumbled like mountain rocks. "Do you want to leave?" The muscles of his shoulders tensed, as if he was preparing for another blow. He was mistaking her accelerated heart rate for fear. She lifted her lashes to him and rested her hands over his. This is another academia book. And it's a vampire one as well. So a lot of vampire books, a lot of school books, academia books. I think this one's dark academia, and I think that it's romantasy as well. And the edges on this one were just beautiful, so I grabbed it. The next book, the last book, it was a gift from a friend of ours, and it is The Serpent and the Wolf by Rebecca Robinson. And I was extremely excited to get this book because, again, this one says, where is it? A fake marriage, steamy, thrilling romantasy debut, a duology perfect for fans of Sarah J. Maas and Jennifer L. Armentrout. And so I was really excited about this one. This is a slow burn romantasy as well, and another book that had been on my TBR for quite some time, and I finally got my hands on it. This one says, all her life she's been sharpened into a blade, and now has lost her mother, her only remaining parent, to a dark magic that has awoken within her. Vasa's domineering brother knows that Vasa isn't long for this world, so he marries her off to a ruthless foreign ruler in one last political scheme to invade the nation's invaders. But she's desperate to live and enters into the new marriage with every intent of escaping, but to her surprise, makes a deal with the evil guy. That's what this book's about. So that is all the books I got on this haul. I'm super excited about all of these, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And let me know which one of these, if you've read them, is your favorite, or which ones are high on your list, your TBR. So this is the final haul. I hope you enjoyed the video. I made out like a bandit thanks to my beautiful wife getting these all for me. Make sure you can see all those beautiful sprayed edges. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching my videos. It means the world to me, and I've really enjoyed getting to know all of you. And if you have any recommendations for videos or anything like that, or any of these books you want to see a vlog of, just throw it in the comments.